so this is my code. I import math because I use, first you need to import math. Then I decided to do this all in one function. I was having issues with helper functions. I was having issues getting the third part, the final part, the second part of this assignment to work. The finding the relative error when it equals 0.001%. Currently that's just an infinite loop that's increasing, and I kind of just need to turn it in. Um, but anyway, the delta x, and I need to go to bed and upload this. The delta, so for my function, I just kind of did a Riemann sum. I just delta x is defined as delta x, b minus a over n, xi is a plus delta x times I. Xi is a plus delta x times I. I did this all in a Riemann's, or in a for loop to add up everything incrementally. It's all split up like that. I couldn't find one line, but I just did that for fun, to make sure I was typing in all the numbers right, or the math right, and then I use a sum accumulator to add up everything. Ultimately, the percent accuracy is just pretty simple. Just kind of multiplied it out, and then I print out my numbers. The absolute value in the function is, or in f underscore x actually is to prevent a domain error. That is f underscore x is the circle. Calc small val is my attempt to calculate it. It's a while loop. I use the boolean. I check for if percent is bigger or equal to 0.001. It currently works. Like, it goes through, and I use then like a sum accumulator again, and I just recalculate the percent each time afterward while incrementing n. But currently, what this does is it just creates an infinite number. It just kind of goes on infinitely for some reason, and I'm still trying to figure out why. I think it's because I am increasing the sum in the while loop, and then checking the accuracy, but which is weird because my normal function doesn't do that. So if I were to enter value of n here, say 20, I get 2.7. If I were to enter again, I would get, if I were to run it again and say 2000, the percent error is, it goes down, which is the normal way this works. But if I use the while loop, so if I do this, it just kind of infinitely generates it, and I have to kill the shell. And this is just a test function. This is a test just to show you what's happening, and this is where I am stuck, or where I'm and it just kind of does this infinitely increasing, as you can see. So that's not used. Where is it? Right here. So it works for all the specified values. 2, 20, 2000, and 20. 20,000. It takes a little while longer, but 20, 200,000 or whatever is much lower than or that percent error is much lower than the requested 0.01%. And that is my project. It's not that, I don't know. I attempted to use helper functions, but I was having issues returning values between functions, and ultimately I just kind of needed to do this. I've had this done for a while. It's just I've had the main part done for probably like a week or so, now, but the second part's been kind of the hard part, harder than I thought.